strong, and they will certainly be waiting for the winner of this series here, Pyro. First quarterfinal underway, Petting Zoo and the Western Cavaliers.
Here we go, the matches that we've been waiting for, that have been hyped up for more than 24 hours. These teams have been prepping for this moment right here. There's no going back from this point on. It's single elimination, top 8. Here we go, best of 5. You can see there, right there, Western Cavaliers in the blue, Petting Zoo in orange. And, you know, Galgan, I don't know who in particular you're looking out for in this match, but I know one name that really sticks out here from the Cavaliers is Doubt.
Oh, no doubt about it. Absolute offensive powerhouse for the Cavs in the moments that we saw them on stream during the series yesterday, and that really is what it comes down to for people who weren't here yesterday and maybe don't have the biggest read on what these teams are capable of. But it is the Petting Zoo to start things off. Duck to the back wall, 0 over the top and right off of the post for good measure. Little doink there, but finds its way into the back, and still within the first minute here, but Petting Zoo got their lead.
Yeah, the Petting Zoo say duck, duck, 0, as that's the assist to shot combination that gets them their first goal to open up that scoreline. And this is exactly the tone you want to set if you are the Petting Zoo. We've seen brave mechanics pulled out from these Cavaliers players. Doubt still working that charm to get warmed up here. And if you can set it to them here early on, then it's a very good situation for the Petting Zoo. But one goal, that's not even close to being enough here to take the win. Not even in a game as the Cavaliers, we know, can fight back.
There are more to be scored in this game and in this series. Big touch there, works backwards and just high and away, fortunately for Petting Zoo, on the defensive back pass of sorts. And now 0 with 1 boost left in the tank. It's a nice half-flip challenge to extend this push down further as the Cavaliers continue to look for their way out. They may have found it, but Raid up in the middle of the pitch. It's not going to be able to convert that one on target. GG sends to the corner instead, as we've known these teams to be proficient with. But again, Cavaliers got to drive that second person forward. Speaking of, it's Doubt registered the goal scorer of this opportunity, gets it to the back wall. Raid hits it right on through, 1-2-1, and what an angle.
Okay, Doubt, we called you out. We said the eyes are on you as a player to perform, and whew, that is exactly what we're seeing already. Love the combination as well for the Western Cavaliers to find each other in those unique scenarios. In the corner, the passing play. Now gonna match up for the Petting Zoo. Duck assisted the last one, but is gonna slot it this time.
We've got some real nice battles building up here early on in the series. Teams taking their turns. Couple of opportunities for the Petting Zoo. Both scored with 2 defenders relatively close to the play, but just wheels on the ground for a bit longer than they need them to be. But oh my word, you can't tell me that the second goal for the Cavs is also another touch from Doubt over to Raid, back to Doubt. The 1-2-1, it hasn't been broken yet. 2 for 2 thus far.
Unbelievable. I mean, yeah, these players, they know. It's like twin telepathy. You just understand where they are on the field. There's this magnetic force between them that draws them closer on these passing plays. Petting Zoo, listen, if they're going to want to up the ante on defense, then they may have to look out and draw the line between those players at every stretch of the field that they go. But for now, look for a response and to add to a lead that they had before. They may be able to do that here. 0 pops it up pretty high. And the follow trajectory of the ball as well, but Doubt takes it way down the stretch. And it's a bat over to the midfield up the wall.
Both of these teams started to increase their comfort level in the offensive zone, but got to be careful not to overextend things. Unfortunately, a miss in the air near the back wall. 0 credited with the goal here. Nice touch from the sidewall, sends it on target. The defense is too staggered to find it on their own. Connect with the cars rather than the ball. The Petting Zoo are going to be happy to receive that third. You still get the feeling that we're not done just yet in game one, but Cavaliers, again, they've been asked to respond against a deficit and nearly doing it off of the kickoff. You've got to like that chance, but they're still left searching.
Oh, I don't like that chance. No, Galgan. I love it, okay? That's coming off of a play where they bumped each other to concede the goal. That's a play you gotta shake off, forget about, and move on. You can tell Western Cavaliers are doing exactly that. They do have to avoid another concession here, though. The second shot, the third. Zero turns from Octane, the bulldozer, and pow drives this in.
Petting Zoo doing a really solid job of understanding this crucial rotation in the Cavaliers' play defensively, leaving a bit to be desired there when it comes down to that scrappy opportunity. So Petting Zoo don't necessarily need to take the cleaner shots from a distance, just try and challenge it all the way down the zone and let the Cavs do their own thing with the passes set up, but nobody in the middle to connect. And now Gigi gets a touch that ends up a bit on target, but we keep ticking down past the final 60 now of game number one. And for the Cavs holding themselves in for as long as they did, now the Petting Zoo are starting to notice the cracks in the defensive armor, take advantage, slipping right through whenever they get the opportunity to. That one goes begging, good save away, but they've still got to bring it down to score here.
Cavaliers have got some resiliency here, but can they get the ball away? Not quite. Zero. He's going to put this game to bed. I mean, there was a chance maybe Gauguin at some late game antics to come out for Western Cavaliers, but that 3-goal lead with under 30 seconds remaining, I don't like the looks of it. The Petting Zoo came here on playoff day to do just that, play.
Incredibly solid mid-game adjustments here to close out the final 90 seconds. Headed towards 15. Massive touch from Raid, but no second finish is there. Missing the janitorial effort. Back wall, double tap, sets up in the middle and saved away one last time by Doubt before the sixth is notched for the Petting Zoo. They look for one more, but it's too chaotic to see its way through. The Petting Zoo, however, though, they are your game one winners. Best of 5, plenty of the series to be played, but you can't help but be at least a little bit convinced by the Petting Zoo there, because for as close as the beginning half of that game felt, Petting Zoo really kicked it into high gear. Their offense looked solid, their defense gave the Cavaliers no quarter, and at that point, once that fourth and even that fifth goal came in, you could write that game off.
I think so, yeah. I feel like we saw two different games, Gauguin. The first half so evenly matched, and especially from the Western Cavaliers, that combination between Raid and Doubt looks so stunning and so lethal as well. But when you look at the back half of the game, I don't even think they got a chance to get those passing plays off. Possession was dominated by their opponents from the Petting Zoo in a way that was just so dominant. Is so convincing for this team. So it's a best of 5, which, you know, only 3 wins to get away with a road to the semifinals here. Western Cavaliers, they're going to have to turn this around soon in game 2, because you do not want to be in a situation where you got to reverse sweep. So yeah, Petting Zoo, I am convinced, especially in their ability to build that momentum throughout the series here, Gauguin. It's game 1. The back half looked really good. If they play just like that here in the first half of game 2, I think they've got a great case for themselves in this match.
You've got to show it on display here as game 2 is underway, and early chances, at least in terms of possession, seeming to go the way of the Cavaliers. They play this one backward, but honestly, in this position, oof, big center there, but Doubt not quite fast enough to pick up the pieces from that opportunity, and Gigi gets blocked out on this challenge as well. As this game continues to transpire, however, if you are the Cavaliers in this position, Rocket League is a game of adjustments, and the Cavaliers, for better or worse, have been a very rigid team in what works out for them. But Maya Ha, He-Man singing all the way to the bank here, jumping up. Petting Zoo first goal right over the top. Defense no chance to save it out.
Hold on. Maya who? Oh, Maya he, Maya ha. First goal indeed. Haven't seen them with a whole lot of goal participation here yet. And there's no participation from the petting zoo on this shot. Doubt from the kickoff to the shot. Gonna land an early equalizer.
Big body work there, getting the most of that challenge. Nice redirect as well, and nothing else to be done when you're that proficient in that pressure. And Doubt once more off another kickoff here, but two have committed, and now Petting Zoo have an open lane, but a massive save away there by Raid will quell that fear and that momentum for the Petting Zoo to find their second. So right off of the kickoff here, and we're still just past the first minute, both teams threatening with more. You still get the feeling that this will be a very high scoring series, but Doubt really making a case for the goaltenders putting on their gloves here in game 2.
I don't know about you, Galgan, but it feels like the Cavaliers took game 1 personally. They're coming at some of these shot opportunities with bumps on the goal line, knocking out Maya he, sending them to the moon, essentially. I am impressed by the ferocity the Cavaliers have entered game 2 with, but it's not without Petting Zoo matching that, with their crashing at the boards and rebounds, hitting the backboard again and again, making players like Doubt to make heroic saves to just keep them at this 1-1 scoreline. I agree, this high-scoring matchup could come to be because very offensively inclined are both teams looking right now. Is there a dodge still there? Not quite. Duck there for the shot, turned away by GG. Goes across the width of the field, and maybe Cavaliers can get synergized here. A little chemistry to knock this ball away.
These teams are certainly doing a solid job of making every opportunity as threatening as they can, but it goes both ways, and the goal line defense has to be on point here, especially for the Cavaliers. They cannot afford to have that as a liability in this series, but this is a tricky save away, and Raid knew exactly what was going on as the play transpired. Jumped over, it's the initial touch from Doubt, zeroes in an awkward spot, nobody's back far enough, they stutter step to try and get a save, but Raid is already on the ball, and a nice easy touch in just halfway through. Cavaliers try to equalize the series here.
It's thing 1 and thing 2 once again, Galkin. Raid and Doubt. You cannot separate these two players, and there they are again. It doesn't matter if one's on one side of the field and the other is stretching to make this final touch. They are simply a combined effort that the Petting Zoo have to worry about the most. The greatest lead now for the Cavaliers stands at 3-1 in game 2.
The Cavaliers are starting to dangerously string along speed with accuracy, that deadly combo in Rocket League, being able to get to the touch quickly and make sure it ends up exactly where you intend it to go can make your rotations, your play, that much more efficient here. Cavaliers, beneficiaries of such play, as Doubt redirects that one all the way down, trying to force a challenge out of it, but instead sent to the back wall, and again, a tough ball for Petting Zoo to get their hands on. It is sent to the back wall, though, but Maya he has pre-jumped and did not have the space to beat Doubt on the clear, who's still relevant in the corner, loses the challenge, but there's Gigi. And we see the Cavaliers now really starting to rotate efficiently. 2-goal lead. Will it be cut down to 1? No. Big save away from Raid. Sent back to that back wall, but nobody's really in the best spot to shoot this one as Doubt looks to clear it out here, closing in on that final minute as the Cavaliers defend their 2-goal lead.
And did you check out that backboard defense right now from the Cavaliers? I mean, Petting Zoo, they're trying to bat the ball off the backboard so they can get some good reads from that position to put some shots on, but they're creeping and crawling around that backboard. They're not giving them any room to breathe on that end. The Petting Zoo, I mean, Galgan, you mentioned it's a game of adaptation. They're going to have to find a different way to put these goals on board. Zero says, I'll do it up Broadway Street. A zinger up the middle.
Fantastic work there. The infield pass, tried, true, tested, everything that these teams need to be doing. and certainly one of the bread and butter mechanics. Doubt, though, gets this one off the side wall, and Raid picks it off the kickoff. The Cavaliers, no doubt about it, yet again. Doubt has been on top of these kickoffs throughout the entire series thus far. Raid faster to the ball. Bottom corner is open. Cavaliers again up by 2.
I mean, come on, you gotta love these Cavaliers, right? They're up 1 goal, under a minute remaining. Some teams would shy away. Some teams say, let's play conservative, let's play for the lead. No, the heavy cheat coming out of these players off the kickoff to say, let's kick them while they're down, let's get them where they hurt. That is a sign of confidence from the Cavaliers. Even being down 1 in this series, they could even out this match score. The win here, 20 seconds on the clock at the petting zoo. Everything to lose here. The Duck, oh my, what a bomb downfield. It is not. Another player, though, from the petting zoo to get there. Zero trying to clear this away. Gets a massive touch there, but team bumps are not going to help them get the goals that they need. 2-1-0. Cavaliers get the Game 2 win to tie up the series.
We truly are getting a 4-5 seeded matchup right now between these two teams. They are playing very close to each other. We are 1 goal away from that even goal differential, let alone the series differential now at 1-1. The Cavaliers now just 1 goal behind because game 1 was 5-2 for the petting zoo. So really solid response from the Cavaliers, because I mentioned at the top of the game how their play style feels quite rigid, and to touch on that again, you tend to get into that position when players are always playing the spots that they feel they are most comfortable in. It may not be the most effective for your squad, but it's where people feel home. I would argue that GG feels home closer to the goal line, and Doubt feels home closer to the deep offensive zone. However, they also, in game 2, did something that worked very, very well for them, which is Doubt and Raid connecting upfield. They tried that multiple times, and it got them multiple goals. So until the petting zoo can figure out how to stop that duo from connecting in such a synergized way, the Cavaliers always have that in their back pocket to try and get them out of a sticky situation in this series.
Very difficult thing to pose some threat against, right? Oh, and Doubt this great opportunity right off the kickoff. He went for the bump ahead of the play, just couldn't connect on the defender. There's a connection. Raid flying out of the play. Still 0-0 to start, and yeah, it's almost clear sometimes when there's one player that stands out on a team saying, okay, when they have the ball, challenge early, don't give them space, make sure they have to give the ball away or 50-50 it out of there. When it's 2 players that are on fire, especially when they're connecting with each other and they're always playing upfield, very difficult to pose a strategy against that. So the petting zoo, they've got their work cut out for them here in game 3 to turn the tides back in their favor. They do enact exactly that. Zero. This comes off the ceiling to land the first shot in. Oh, not the ceiling. Nope. It came close though.
A way to whittle down that work, though, however, is to cut your opponents out of the equation, and those demolitions are a surefire ticket to get things going for the petting zoo, with the run of the play moving the way it was and securing that lateral movement. This one nearing the backboard, but denied away by Doubt early on. Sent back, though, however, in the forward pass. Not redirected aside. Petting Zoo still relevant, though. Plenty of chances to commit for the shot. Raid stands tall, however, and gets the save away. So here we are with a minute and a half eclipse. The petting zoo with their early lead to try and get control back, but you're almost waiting and anticipating the response here. It would feel a bit eerie for a team to bring out a stomp given the first 2 games that we've seen. Petting zoo, however, much like the Cavaliers came into game 2 seemingly with a fire lit under them, the petting zoo, you could say the same here in the 3rd.
Yeah, petting zoo still ready to strike, but I agree for the Cavaliers. It's like we felt an 8.0 magnitude earthquake, and now I'm just kind of like, waiting for the aftershock. When's it gonna come? Because you know what the Cavaliers are capable of. However, on defense, they are struggling. Maya Ha with the second goal of the petting zoo.
Oh, what a touch here. To the back wall, control all the way through, near impossible angle. A lot of these teams in this event have been searching for those shots fairly flush with the goal line. They can be so devastating to a team that's not prepared for it, because you've got to shift your momentum incredibly quickly and dig the goal out from within the own side and behind the goal line there. So Cavaliers certainly with work to do here in game number 3 as the petting zoo look to convert a quick opportunity, but it's taken away. Doubt has gone all the way back the other side, and we ping-pong this ball back and forth a little bit, attempting to clear that to the side, but GG will pick up where Raid left off. Now left to Raid yet again. And the Cavaliers start to move their way up slowly but surely here. Control for Doubt to the back wall, low boost, no problem, massive double, and that is one surefire way to get yourselves back into the game.
Doubt has had a target on their back throughout this series, and even then can rise above the enemies and get that double tap. What a play for Doubt and the Cavaliers to get themselves back in this game, but still facing a deficit. Where is the additional response? Almost comes in from Raid, but Duck is able to find the save, batted back down, but petting zoo, are they out of it yet? A high pass off the backboard could be met with another shot, and it will be. Duck and the petting zoo respond in swift fashion.
Quick answer, as you said, right here for the petting zoo, and perhaps more devastating, although not entirely proven in this series thus far. The losing team in both individual games before this only managed to get up to 2 goals. So the petting zoo, magic number for them theoretically, this third goal to win the game outright, but Cavaliers not going down without a fight. The crossbar will deny Raid of the scoring opportunity, but still massive challenges here, trying to catch petting zoo out on a forward rotation, but it will not come through just yet. Doubt launches to the back wall, and we get a second touch. It's a slow lob, shot opportunity, but GG locked off, not to the ball fast enough. Under 90 to play here, and again, that threat of not getting above that third goal mark here for the Cavaliers, let alone their second, is starting to loom, but Doubt wants to get another solo effort going. Doubt, offensive masterclass here as the Cavaliers stay alive.
Just feed him the ball. Honestly, just feed Doubt the ball, Cavaliers. There's no other strategy at this point. Doubt is on another level right now, taking the ball to the highest of the skies. The elevation is their domain right now. The Cavaliers have a chance to get the lead in this series, but they've got to work at it, and they've got to work at it hard here. Doubt sends this ball to the sky once again. Can't follow that challenge to get there quick enough. Raid instead sends it middle right into Duck's hands. Duck with the shot. Doubt the left defender does get it away, but only temporarily. Maya no shot there, but there's somebody lurking below. Duck has that final take for the goal.
Devastating stuff here for the Cavaliers. Duck has a parking space in the offensive zone, and the rest of the defense bought into the side wall, pushed up past that near post, and could not get back into position. So the petting zoo set themselves out in front. We see another 4-2 scoreline, all too familiar here. Could it be 5? This one leaks through, but saved aside for the time being. Challenges, though, putting this ball into a very awkward position here for the Cavaliers to clear away with 30 seconds to play. Pyro, petting zoo trying to kill some time off the clock. They don't have to do a whole lot of work for it, though, because this ball is magnetized to the corner.
Yeah, if they can't get it out of there, they're not going to have any luck. So there's a pass out to Raid midfield. Shot sends 2 defenders to the sky. They'll kick it away now, but that follow-up's got to be there immediately for the Western Cavaliers without anybody to meet the miniature clear from the petting zoo. Nobody is going to give Cavaliers a chance to get back in this one. The ball rolls down, kicked up high, and back down. The petting zoo are in their second victory in this best of 5, and Calgan, we are this close to awarding our first semi-finalists of this tournament. With one more win, the petting zoo can move on.
With one more win, they get it done. However, I feel like we're destined to go to game 5. It just, something about this series, I don't think you far too often see scorelines like this be replicated that close to each other and back and forth. Granted, it's only 3 games. It just takes one more from the petting zoo like game 1 or game 3 to deny us of that game 5 potential. However, something about this series and something about the way Doubt is scoring these goals reassures me that if you just get that slight half step up from the Cavaliers and remove it from being the Doubt show to a full squad effort. Certainly all of the Cavaliers are pulling their own weight in their own regards, but offensively, just by pure chance quality and quantity, you've got to get everybody involved, because it's fantastic to see Doubt scoring massive double taps and huge air dribble dunks. However, I'd love to see all of the Cavaliers getting a little piece of the pie, because that will reassure me that they can not only force game 5, but contend for this series.
Hey, I'm with you, Gaugen. Rocket League is a team game, and although I've seen all kinds of goals from Zero of the petting zoo, I've also seen Duck play a massive factor, and even Maya with a couple goals too. That action in unison we've seen from the petting zoo may need to come about from the Western Cavaliers, or Doubt just takes more shots. That one a bit wide, so not going to work out for them immediately. But I think I'm on board with your proposed strategy to the Cavaliers. They're going to hope that we ride this series like a seesaw even more, and it waits into their favor in game 4. With a minute still into this, and well, still 0-0. Petting Zoo knocking at the door right now. Oh my, they're gonna barge in. Felt like a matter of time. Maya has that last touch.
Yeah, ask and you shall receive. The response from the backboard was nearly there, but it slips through the cracks, and knew exactly where that ball was falling to at least contend for the challenge. It ends up in the back of the net, and the petting zoo, the beneficiaries there of the early lead. First minute now eclipsed, but this side in orange has got to like their position. You can see the passes coming out though, but early pickoffs. The petting zoo are starting to play up on this ball, get aggressive with it. Demo, flip, reset, everything in their favor. Going cross net here for Zero. That's a fantastic way to score your second with a little help from your friend on the ground. And petting zoo up by 2.
Yeah, you know, Zero says, sorry, Doubt, but you're not the only one who can pull off a stunning play. That's no air dribble, that's a flip reset there. And a great pinch off the far post as well. Using every bit of that Rocket League physics engine to make the game and the goal work. Somehow, the Cavaliers do not walk away with the goal there. That was about as close as it gets there. Credit with the save is Duck to get it away, and maybe they'll post an offensive here as well. Ball comes across the face of the goal. Petting Zoo trying to come around and continue that offensive rotation, but every defender is gone from it. Raid and Duck. Oh, I mean, Doubt, they have to be combined forces here, but it's gonna be some miscommunication. They're not able to finish that shot.
Oh, it was a decent attempt, though, at a scrambled passing play. They had the eyes for each other, but just could not find the pieces. And it starts to feel like here in Game 4, everybody's sort of viewing a separate reality of where this ball is heading, and it's diverting its course from every known possibility. So these players really having to think on their feet. It goes for both teams, quite honestly, because they have given up equal chances on both sides. You can see the bump attempt, and now a pass comes out. Both teams have been known to flick that one back. Speaking of Doubt, massive touch here to the back wall, followed through to the backboard, but no immediate shot. We do see Chubbs on the pitch here as well. Can confirm that the substitution was made, so we'll see if that's the impact decision that the Cavaliers make. They've already got a hill to climb. They certainly don't want to go down any farther.
Listen, the ferocity's still there for the Western Cavaliers. They're still showing the parts of their gameplay that are lethal, but do they have the patience to get around the petting zoo right now? This ball right along the goal line. Duck can't find an angle around, though, so it has to come off the backboard, and the defenders of the Cavaliers have another lane away. Zero, dangerous. But there's a combination. 1, 2. Will it be 3? No. Chubbs is beaten by Mayahi. Taken to the wall again. Duck to the backboard. Duck with another touch. And again by the side. Listen, Petting Zoo, they're not slotting these shots, but guess what? They are maintaining that 2-goal lead. Could it be 3? It's pinball between the players, but the ball will take a lone traveling path to the net. Petting Zoo up 3.
The Petting Zoo have reached that magic number, but the difference here in Game 4, staring at a goose egg currently on the other side. Both teams getting a massive test of their own patience here and trying not to take touches that they would be worse off for making. As you can see, there's a lot of scramble going on both sides to get these opportunities flying, but we keep ticking down further and further. The Cavaliers need something, but the forward demo does not give enough space for the second man to get that ball going towards the net. Instead, the Petting Zoo have brought it back into the blue zone. Final 60 now on the clock and continuing to fall off of it, ticking away second by second. The Petting Zoo closer and closer to a semifinals berth.
Okay, it might be frantic here for the Cavaliers, but it's the final 45 seconds for themselves to get a chance here. And of course, as you said, they're here in the playoffs, but will they be able to live on? Right now, the Petting Zoo seem to have the antidote towards doubt, Raid, and the rest of the offense from the Cavaliers. A shutout persists here. Under 30 seconds, Doubt trying to find any angle that could work against the defensive of the Petting Zoo, but still those goal line defenders better suited. Good patience from Zero to get that ball around. That should seal the deal, folks. Petting Zoo are on to the semifinals.
And a 16-second victory lap here in game number 4. The Cavaliers looking for the comeback that they could not latch on to. The seesaw stops. The hinges have fallen off, and the last opportunity denied. 10 seconds falling down now. The Cavaliers looking for one if they can find it, but a miraculous save sent back to the back wall yet again, and a couple of quick touches here not going to connect. The Petting Zoo will walk away with a clean sheet here in Game 4.